So today's topic we are going to see here, start with lesson 6. Under this lesson 6 we will be seeing the first exercise. It's nothing but exercise 6.1. Okay. So here this lesson is another important lesson, application of derivatives. You will be getting 6 mark questions from this one here. So now the first exercise, it's a very simple one, either can be asked for 1 mark or for 2 marks, that's all. Okay. So here before we go on to the first exercise, you need to brush up the basic formulas. What are the basic formulas? Area of a circle, volume of a cube, volume of a cone, etc. So these are the formulas you need to know here for this exercise, and then we'll just proceed here. Okay. Now find the rate of change of the area of a circle with respect to its radius when r is equal to 3 centimeter. Okay. So here you will have to find out the rate of change. You know, rate of change itself is nothing but differentiation here. Okay. You will have to find out what is the area of a circle. What's the area of a circle equal to here? Pi r squared we know here. And the rate of change is what with respect to r. Okay. So if a circle becomes large or small or whatever it is actually, or what happens, the radius also automatically changes here. Okay. So here in this case it is dA by dr, which is equal to 2 pi r you have here. Okay. Now we will find out what is dA by dr when r is equal to 3 centimeter. So when r is equal to 3 centimeter, what will you get? 2 pi into 3, which is equal to 6 pi square centimeter. Second question. The volume of a cube is increasing at the rate of 8 centimeter cube per second. How fast is the surface area increasing when the length of an edge is said to be equal to 12 centimeter? Okay. So the volume of a cube is increasing at the rate of 8 centimeter per cube. So in this case you have a cube, you know the edges of the cube. I'll take the edges of the cube to be equal to x we'll take here. So you know what is the volume of a cube formula. What is it? V equal to x cube, where your x is nothing but the length of the cube here. Surface area is what? S is equal to 6x squared you know here. And what else is given in this case? Given your dV by dt is equal to 8 centimeter cube per second, because the volume of a cube is increasing at the rate of 8 centimeter cube per second, it is given here. So dV by dt is equal to 8 centimeter cube per second. Got it? Now we will differentiate it with respect to t in this case, okay, at the rate of. So when I differentiate it, what will I have? dV by dt is equal to d by dt of x cube, which is equal to 3x squared into dx by dt. This is what you have here. Now what is your dV by dt equal to here? dV by dt is equal to 8. So dV by dt is equal to 8 divided by, so you will have it as 8 is equal to 3x squared into dx by dt you will have. So your dV by dt is equal to 8 by 3x squared. So what is your ds by dt equal to here? How do you get ds by dt here? Because I need to find out how fast is the surface area increasing when the length of an edge is said to be 12 centimeter. So I need to find out what is the surface area of a cube. So what is the surface area of a cube? It is equal to 6x squared you know. So what is your ds by dt equal to? It is equal to d by dt of 6x squared. So when you differentiate it, what will I have? 12x into dx by dt. So what is your dx by dt? It is equal to 8 by 3x squared you have here. So 12x into 8 by 3x squared. So x and x gets cancelled. This also gets cancelled here. So ds by dt is equal to 32 divided by x. This is what you have here. So when x is equal to 12 centimeter, your ds by dt is equal to 32 divided by 12, which is equal to 8 by 3 centimeter square per second. Okay. Now we'll go over to the next one here. So what's the next question you get here? The third one. So what's the third one you have here? The radius of a circle is increasing uniformly at the rate of 3 centimeter per second. Find the rate at which the area of the circle is increasing when the radius is said to be 10 centimeter. Okay. So the radius of a circle is increasing uniformly at the rate of 3 centimeter per second. So here it increases, the radius it increases. So what is given here? We will just take r is said to be the radius. The rate of change of the radius with respect to time here, dr by dt. So dr by dt is what? It is equal to 3 centimeter per second, and here a is equal to pi r squared. So your dA by dt is equal to d by dt of pi r squared you get. So what is d? Okay, so here when I differentiate it, what will I have? 2 pi r into dr by dt you get here. Now we'll find out what is dr by dt. You know what is dr by dt, that is already given. So find out dA by dt when r is equal to 10. This is what you'll have to find out. So when you find that, what will you get? 2 pi r into 3, which is equal to 6 pi r. So when r is equal to 10 centimeter, you get dA by dt is equal to 6 pi into 10, which is equal to 60 pi centimeter square per second. This is what you have here. So it is equal to 60 pi centimeter square per second. You understood? Okay. So it's a very easy one and a simple one, as I told you earlier, children. Just know the formulas alone, otherwise it's a very easy and a simple question, simple problem. Okay. Now the fourth one. What's the fourth one you get? An edge of a variable cube is increasing at the rate of 3 cm per second. How fast is the volume of the cube increasing when the edge is said to be 10 cm long? Okay. So here we'll just take x be the edge of the variable we have here. Given, what else is given to us actually here? The rate of change of the edge is given here. An edge of a variable cube is increasing at the rate of 3 cm per second. So the rate of change of the edge of the cube is given. What is it? Dx by dt, that is equal to 3 cm per second. Something else is also given here. The edge of the cube is also given, the length of the edge of the cube. So what is it? X is equal to 10 centimeter. Now I'll have to find out what is the volume of the cube here. So what is the volume of the cube? V equal to x cube. So your dV by dt is equal to 3x squared into dx by dt, which is equal to 3x squared. And what is your dx by dt equal to here? It is 3, and that is equal to 9x squared. So when x is equal to 10, you get dV by dt is equal to 9 into 10 the whole square, which is equal to 900 centimeters square per second. Got it? Yes. Now we'll go over to the next question here. A stone is dropped into a quiet lake and waves move in circles at the speed of 5 centimeter per second. At the instant when the radius of the circular wave is 8 centimeter, how fast is the enclosed area increasing? This is what you'll have to find out. So you know, when a stone is dropped in a lake, it moves in concentric circles, it moves actually here. Okay. So now you know what is the area of the circle here? It's pi r squared. So we'll write what all is given here. So what is given? dr by dt is equal to 5 centimeter per second. That is, the waves move, okay, in circles at the speed of 5 centimeter per second. So your dr by dt is equal to 5 centimeter per second. And what is your radius equal to here? Radius is equal to 8 centimeter. Now you can find out what is dA by dt. What is dA by dt? It is equal to 2 pi r into dr by dt, which is equal to 2 pi r. And what is your dr by dt equal to? It is equal to 5 centimeter per second. Got it? Now when you substitute it, what will I have? It's equal to 10 pi r centimeter square per second. This is what you have here. So we'll find out when the radius is equal to 8 centimeter, what is your dA by dt equal to? So what is your dA by dt equal to here? It is equal to 80 pi centimeter square per second. So you can write it as enclosed area is increasing at a rate of 80 pi centimeter square per second. Got it? Yes. Now the next question. So till now the questions whatever we saw was based on area of a circle. The next one is based on the circumference. Okay, a similar one only here. So first we'll read the question. So what is the question mentioned here? The radius of a circle is increasing at the rate of 0.7 centimeter per second here. What is the rate of increase of its circumference? It is asked here. So clearly given, it is increasing at the rate of 0.7 centimeter per second. So what does it mean? This is your dr by dt. Got it? So here we'll write circumference of a circle. What is the circumference of a circle? It is equal to 2 pi r. So you know that dr by dt is equal to what? 0.7 you know here. So now differentiating your circumference, what will I get? dc by dt is equal to 2 pi into dr by dt, which is equal to 2 pi into 0.7. So what is 2 pi into 0.7? It is equal to 1.4 pi, okay, centimeter per second. The seventh question. So what's the seventh question here? The seventh one is nothing but the length x of a rectangle is decreasing at the rate of 5 centimeter per minute. Okay, so there's a rectangle here. Okay, so here in this case it's a rectangle you have. So the length is said to be decreasing at the rate of, what will I get here? 5 centimeter per minute it has given. And the width y is said to be increasing at the rate of 4 centimeter per minute. When x is equal to 8 centimeter and y is equal to 6 centimeter, find the rate of change of the perimeter and the area of a rectangle. Got it? So here it is, one is said to be increasing and the other one is said to be decreasing, it is given here. So first in the question we will write what all is given and then we will go over to the subdivision part here. Got it? So here what is given here actually here? Given, you know that the length and breadth are given here. So what is the length here? It's nothing but x is equal to 8 centimeter and y is equal to 6 centimeter. The length and breadth of the rectangle is given. Something else is also given in the beginning of the question itself. The length x of a rectangle is decreasing at the rate of 5 centimeter. Okay, at the rate of 5 centimeter per minute. So if it is decreasing, how do I write here? There's a change. Okay, so the change is what? dx by dt is equal to minus 5. Since it is decreasing, I write it to be equal to minus 5. Next is what? The breadth or the width is increasing at the rate of 4 centimeter per minute. So how do I write here? dy by dt is equal to 4. So it is said to be increasing. dy by dt is equal to 4 you get. Now the first subdivision, you will have to find out the rate of change of the perimeter as well as the area of a rectangle. What is the perimeter of a rectangle? P is equal to 2 into x plus 5. This is the perimeter of the rectangle. Now differentiated with respect to t, what will I get? dp by dt is equal to 2 into, when you differentiate this one, you will have it as dx by dt plus dy by dt. This is what you have here. Now, you know what is dx by dt. What is dx by dt? It is equal to 2 into minus 5 plus 4, which is equal to minus 2 centimeter per minute. So, what happens here? The perimeter is also decreasing only at a rate of 2 centimeter per minute. That is what is given to us. Okay. Now, next is what they have asked us for the change in the area of the rectangle. So we will write what is the area of the rectangle here. What is the area of the rectangle? Area is equal to length into breadth, that's nothing but x into y. Now differentiating it with respect to t. So when I differentiate it with respect to t, what will I have? dA by dt is equal to, I will have to use the uv formula because both are with respect to time only. X also changes with respect to t, y also changes with respect to t here. So how do I write here? uv formula, x into differentiation of this is for dy by dt plus y into differentiation of this is for dx by dt you get. So you know what is your x here? It's 8 into dy by dt is nothing but 4 plus 6 into dx by dt is what? It's minus 5. So you will have it as 32 minus 30, which is equal to 2 centimeter square per minute. So this is a rate of change of the area of a rectangle with respect to whatever is given there. Okay. So here it is 2 centimeter square per minute. Eighth question. A balloon which always remains spherical on inflation is being inflated by pumping in 900 cubic centimeter. So you know a balloon actually it's a spherical shape there. Okay, 900 cubic centimeter of gas per second. Find the rate at which the radius of the balloon increases when the radius is said to be equal to 15 centimeter. Okay, so that is what is given here. So what is given here? First of all, you know it's a balloon there. It is being inflated by pumping in 900 cubic centimeter of gas per second. So what is that? I'll have to find out here the volume of the balloon. Okay, that is what is needed in this case, because what is given here? dV by dt, that is only is given here. So we'll write what all is given. So first I'll write what is the volume of the balloon. What is the volume of the balloon? It is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube you get. So what else is given to us? Given dV by dt is equal to 900 cubic centimeter. That is what is given to us. It is 900 cubic centimeter because it's being inflated by pumping in 900 cubic centimeter of gas per second. Okay, so that is how the balloon is inflated. You will have to find out the rate at which the radius of the balloon increases when the radius is said to be 15 centimeter. So here r is of 15 centimeter, that is also given to us. Now we'll just differentiate it with respect to t here. So when I differentiate it with respect to t, because the change is with respect to what actually here in this case with respect to time. So here your dv by dt is equal to 4 by 3 into pi into differentiating this, what will I get? 3r squared into dr by dt. This is what you have here. Now you know what is dv by dt, that's nothing but 900, which is equal to 4 by 3 pi into 3 into r. What is your r here? It's nothing but 1.5 centimeter you have. So when I substitute it, you will get it as 1.5 the whole squared into dr by dt. Now here if you see your 3 and 3, it gets cancelled. Now the next step, I'll just bring everything here. 900 divided by its 4 into pi into 1.5 the whole square is for 22.5 you get, which is equal to dr by dt. So what will I get? Your dr by dt is equal to 900 divided by 900 pi. So what's the answer you get here? Your dr by dt is equal to 1 by pi centimeter per second. So what is it actually here? I'll just write it as the radius of the balloon. Okay, so here that is how we write here. The radius of the balloon increases. Okay, so here the radius of the balloon increases at the rate of, okay, so here the radius of the balloon increases at the rate of 1 by pi centimeter per second. So the radius of the balloon increases at the rate of 1 by pi centimeter per second. The 10th one, a ladder 5 centimeter long is leaning against a wall. The bottom of the ladder is pulled along the ground away from the wall at the rate of 2 meter per second. Okay, how fast excuse me, how fast is its height on the wall decreasing when the foot of the ladder is said to be 4 meter away from the wall? Okay, so I've just drawn a rough figure here. Okay, so here this is said to be the ladder. Okay, I have taken this to be the ladder in this case. So what is a ladder here? The length of the ladder is nothing but 5 centimeter. It is leaning on a wall. Okay, so this is the wall I have taken here. Okay, so this is the wall. Okay, the bottom of the ladder is pulled along the ground away from the wall at a rate of 2 meter per second. How fast is the height on the wall decreasing when the foot of the ladder is 4 meter away from the wall? So this is your height of the wall and this is the distance between the ladder and what is it here actually here and the foot of the wall. Okay, foot of the ladder and the wall you have here. So I have taken this to be x and this to be nothing but y. Okay, this is what I have taken. Now we'll write what all is given. The bottom of the ladder is pulled along the ground. So I have taken my bottom of the ladder to be what actually here in this case x actually here. So it's pulled away from the ground. For example, if it is taken like this, then in that case there will be a change in this length only here. So what is given? That change is given as dx by dt is equal to 2 meter per second. That is what is given here. Got it? Now there is one more thing, one unknown value for me in this triangle. It looks like a right angle triangle here. I have to find out what is y. So how do I find out y here? By using Pythagoras theorem. So when I use Pythagoras theorem, what will you have? X squared plus y squared is equal to 5 squared. I can write it. So what is your x equal to here? You know your x is equal to 4 squared plus y squared is equal to 25. So y squared equal to 25 minus 16, that's equal to 9 you get. So what's the value of y equal to here? Y is equal to 3. Got it? Now we'll have to write what was that. Something else is also given here. What is it here? The wall is, okay, how fast is the height on the wall decreasing when the foot of the ladder is 4 meter away from the wall? That's all. Okay, so now I'll just write this. X squared plus y squared is equal to 5 squared. This is a relation I have here. Now we'll differentiate it with respect to t, because I need to find out dy by dt. I need to find out at what rate this is decreasing. That is, the height of the wall is decreasing when the ladder is moved away from the wall. So I need to find out that. Okay, so we'll just differentiate this one here. So when you differentiate it, what will I get? 2x into dx by dt plus 2y into dy by dt, which is equal to 0. This is what you have here, correct? So 2x into dx by dt plus 2y into dy by dt equal to 0. So when you divide it 2 out by 2, what will I get? X into dx by dt plus y into dy by dt is equal to 0. So what is the value of x here? X is equal to 4 into dx by dt. What is your dx by dt? That's nothing but 2 here. So it is 4 into 2 plus what will I get? 3 into dy by dt is equal to 0. So 4 into 2 is what? 8. So when I take it to the other side, you will have it as 3 into dy by dt is equal to minus 8. So what is your dy by dt equal to here? So your dy by dt is equal to minus 8 by 3 centimeter per second. So what will I write here? Actually, I'll write the conclusion in this case. What will I write here? Height of the wall, okay? Height of the wall is decreasing, okay? So here is decreasing at, okay? So here decreasing at a rate of, what will I say here? 8 by 3 centimeter per second. I can just write it as 8 by 3 centimeter per second, because since it is decreasing, if it's decreasing itself, you know it is equal to minus 8 by 3 centimeter per second. So when the ladder is said to be moved this side, the height is said to be decreasing at a rate of 8 by 3 centimeter per second. The 11th question. A particle moves along the curve 6y equal to x cube plus 2. Find the points on the curve at which the y coordinate is changing 8 times as fast as the x coordinate. Okay. So a slightly different one here, that's all. It's very easy. Okay. So here first of all, as usual, we'll just write what is given and then we'll find out what is to be found. I'll have to find out the y coordinates in this case actually here. Okay. So this is what I'll have to find out. So what is the curve given to us? 6y equal to x cube plus 2 is given here. Okay. And something else is also given. What else is given here? Find the points on the curve at which the y coordinate is changing 8 times as fast as the x coordinate. So the y coordinate is changing. If the y coordinate is changing, how do I write here? dy by dt. It is changing as 8 times as fast as the x coordinate. So 8 into dx by dt. This is what you have here. So dy by dt is equal to 8 into dx by dt you get. So dy by dt is equal to 8 into dx by dt you have here. Now this is other thing. Okay, these are the two things given to us. Now we'll start with the solving part. So I'll differentiate it with respect to t here. 6 into dy by dt is equal to 3x squared into dx by dt. When you differentiate this, what will you get? It will be nothing but 0. So here, you know your dy by dt is equal to 8 into dx by dt. So when I substitute it, what will I have? 6 into 8 dx by dt, which is equal to 3x squared into dx by dt you get. So here if you see, it gets cancelled. So 48 is equal to 3x squared. X squared is equal to 16, which implies x is equal to plus or minus 4. This is what you have here, correct? Now, when x is equal to 4, I need to find out the y coordinate, students here. So we'll find out what is y. So when x is equal to 4, when I substitute it in this relation, what will I have? 6y is equal to 4q plus 2. What is it equal to? 66, which implies your y is equal to 11. Got it? Yes. Now the next one is what? When x is equal to minus 4. When x is equal to minus 4, what will you have? 6y is equal to minus 4 the whole cube plus 2, which is equal to minus 62. So your y is equal to minus 62 by 4 you get here. So here, sorry, minus 62 by 6. So here in this case, when you cancel it, you will have it as y equal to minus 31 by 3. So what are the required points you get? When x is 4, you get y to be 11. When x is minus 4, you get your y to be equal to minus 31 by 3. So these are the required points. Okay, so here that's a question asked there. They have asked us for the y coordinate. Okay, so here find the points on the curve. Okay, that is what is given here. So you'll have to find out the point in this case. Correct? The 13th question. A balloon which always remains spherical. Okay, so a balloon which always remains spherical has a variable diameter. So has a variable diameter 3 by 2 into 2x plus 1. find the rate of change of its volume with respect to x. So here in this case I have mentioned clearly it is with respect to x here, got it? So it's a very easy one here. So everything is given to us directly. The diameter is given. You will have to find the rate of change of its volume. Okay, so volume of the balloon. So the balloon is in the spherical form. It always remains in the spherical form. That is also given to us. So first of all, I will write what is given here. Diameter is equal to 3 by 2 into 2x plus 1. So you know for the volume of a sphere, it's 4 by 3 pi r cube, you know. I need to find out the radius. So what is the radius equal to here? Radius is equal to half of this one. So it is 1 by 2 into 3 by 2 of 2x plus 1. So you can write it as 3 by 4 into 2x plus 1. Now write what is the volume of the balloon. What's the volume of the balloon? It is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube here. Substitute your r in this case. When I substitute it, what will I get? 4 by 3 pi into 3 by 4 into 2x plus 1 the whole cube. This is what you get here. Now this is equal to 4 pi by 3 into 3 cube is nothing but 27 by 4 cube is nothing but x 64 into 2x plus 1 the whole cube. This is what you have here. Now cancel this. It is 16. Cancel this, it's nothing but 9. So it's 9 pi by 16 into 2x plus 1 the whole cube. This is your volume. Volume is equal to 9 pi by 16 into 2x plus 1 the whole cube. Now we'll differentiate it with respect to x in this case. So when I differentiate it with respect to x, what will I get? dv by dx is equal to, how will I differentiate it? I'll have to use the chain rule. So when I use the chain rule, what will I have? Okay, first of all, use this one, d by dx of x power n. What is it? N x power n minus 1 you get. So 9 pi into 3 by 16, 2x plus 1 the whole squared into d by dx of this one. So what is into d by dx of that? It's nothing but 2. Okay. So here if you see, your 2 and this gets cancelled. So you are left with 9 into 3 is nothing but 27 pi by 8 into 2x plus 1 the whole squared. Is it clear? 14th one. Sand is pouring from a pipe at the rate of 12 centimeter cube per second. The falling sand forms a cone on the ground, okay, in such a way that the height of the cone is always 1/6 of the base. How fast the height of the sand cone is increasing when the height is said to be 4 centimeter. So here you just imagine the sand is forming in the, okay, it's falling in the shape of a cone in this case actually here. Okay, you will have to find out something. Okay, some details are given to us. So first we will find out, write the details in this case. So sand is pouring from a pipe at the rate of 12 centimeter. So what is given here? Your dv by dt. Okay, so here this only the change. Okay, so here if little sands form, it will be a base, and after that it's like this, it goes on like this. So here in this case your dv by dt is equal to 12 centimeter cube per second. And something else is also given here. The height of the cone is always 1/6 of the base. So what is the base of the cone actually here? This is your base. So this is nothing but the radius. Okay, so your radius is nothing but the base. So I'll write it as h is equal to 1/6 of, what will I get here? The radius of the cone. So you have got r is equal to 6 into h. What is volume of a cone here? Volume of a cone V is equal to 1/3 pi r squared h you get. You know r is equal to 6h you know here. When I substitute it, 1/3 pi into 6h the whole squared into h. So here it is 36h cube pi you will get. So it gets cancelled and you are left with 12 pi h cube. Okay. Now we'll differentiate it with respect to time. So it is increasing. What is set, or when the height is said to be increasing, I'll have to find out how fast the height of the sand cone is also increasing. That is what I'll have to find out here. So we'll find out your dv by dt is equal to 12 pi. Here when I differentiate it, you will get it as 12 pi into 3h squared into dh by dt. What is it equal to here? 36 pi h squared dh by dt. You know what is your dv by dt. What is your dv by dt? It is equal to 12 centimeter cube per second. So we'll write it as 12 equal to 36 pi into 4 squared dh by dt. I need to know at what pace the height of the cone is increasing. So in other words, I need to find out dh by dt. So what is your dh by dt equal to? 12 divided by 36 pi into what will I have here, ma? It's nothing but 16. So 36 pi into 16. So here it is equal to, so here what happens actually here, this gets cancelled here, 12 and this, you are left with 1 by 48 pi centimeter per second. So what is the height of the cone actually here? Therefore I can say that height of the cone is increasing at a rate of 1 by 48 pi centimeter per second. Okay, so height of the cone is increasing at a rate of 1 by 48 pi centimeter per second. You understood? Yes. Another important question here. Got it? Yes. Now, till now we have seen the questions based with respect to area, with respect to volume. Actually, these are the changes we saw. The last two questions what we are going to see here is with respect to the cost and with respect to the revenue. Okay. Again, it's a very simple concept here. The 15th question. So what's the 15th question? The total cost C of X in rupees associated with the production of X units of an item is given by C of X is equal to 0.007 x cube minus 0.003 x square plus 15x plus 4000. Find the marginal cost when X is equal to 17, when X is equal to 17 units are produced. This is what is given to us. Okay, so here we will see how we can find out the marginal cost. If it is the marginal cost itself is nothing but your dC by dx. Okay, so marginal revenue will be nothing but dr by dx. Okay, so I'll have to find out dC by dx and find out when X is equal to 17. Okay, so X is equal to 17, what is the marginal cost? This is what we'll have to find out. Given C of X is equal to 0.007 x cube minus 0.003 x square plus 15x plus 4000. Now differentiated with respect to x. What will you have? dC by dx is equal to, when you differentiate it, what will I have? Differentiation of x cube is what? 3x squared you will get. That 3 when you multiply it, you will have it as 0.021 x squared minus, when you differentiate this, you will have it as 2x. So 2 into 0.003 is what? 0.006x plus 15 plus differentiation of 4000 will give you what? 0. So you have found out the marginal cost. So marginal cost, remember children, marginal cost is nothing but to find out what is dC by dx, that's all. Now when X is equal to 17, so when X is equal to 17, you will have to find out the marginal cost, that is equal to 0.021 into 17 the whole squared minus 0.006 into 17 plus 15. This is what you get here. So what is 17 squared? It's 289. So here 0.021 into 289 minus multiply this, it's 0.102 plus 15 you get. Multiplying this, what will I get? 6.069 minus 0.102 plus 15. So the answer is equal to 20.967. Got it? Yes. Now, okay, so here you found out the marginal cost when X is equal to, what is it actually here? 17 units. You found the marginal cost in this case. The same way, the next one, the last one, 16th question is also, but the only thing is what? Instead of revenue, instead of cost, here in this case revenue and marginal revenue. Okay, you'll have to find out the marginal revenue, that's all. So the total revenue in rupees received from the sale of X units of a product is given by R of X is equal to 13x squared plus 2x plus 15. Find the marginal revenue when X is equal to 7. So I mentioned in the last question itself marginal. So marginal is nothing but your dr by dx. Okay. So here you are given R of X is equal to 13x squared plus 26x plus 15. So now differentiated with respect to x. So what will I have? dr by dx is equal to 26x plus what will I have here? It's nothing but 26. Now when x is equal to 7, what will you have? Your dr by dx is equal to 26 into 7 plus 26 you get. So 26 into 7 plus 26, what will I have here? What is 26 into 7? It's nothing but 182 plus 26. So what's the answer you get? It is equal to 208. Okay. So with respect to this exercise, as I told you children already, so here the questions mainly can be asked for 1 mark or 2 marks actually here. It's just the beginning of the application of derivatives. How do you apply this derivatives here? How do you find out the rate of change? Okay, when a balloon is inflated, or what is it actually, or you're going to form a sand cone or whatever it is, whatever the problems we have seen so far. Got it? Yes.